Why do we challenge ourselves? Maybe the better way to ask that is, why don't we challenge ourselves? I think part of the reason we don't challenge ourselves is because it makes us uncomfortable. We like comfort. We don't have to be honest with ourselves when we're comfortable. Honesty is hard. Honesty requires that we expose ourselves to real insecurities. So we lie to ourselves. We trick ourselves into thinking life is better if we're just comfortable. Here's the thing, the common thread that binds all of us. We're all suffering in some way. We're all hiding something from everyone else. I believe that in order to truly live, we have to challenge ourselves. We have to find a way to get uncomfortable. We have to find a way to be honest with ourselves. I've done a few epic things over the past couple of years. When I get asked why I've done these things, I usually just say, because I can. But the reality is that it goes much deeper than that. You see, 20 years ago, I got sick, really sick. I was diagnosed with a disease called ulcerative colitis, UC for short. Some people hear this and they nod as if they understand. Unless you have ulcerative colitis or its sister disease Crohn's, you probably don't really understand. These diseases affect over 1.7 million Americans, and most, if not all, suffer in silence. They don't talk about it because it's not glamorous. They just deal with it alone. This disease is relentless and can destroy you both physically and mentally. Eventually, I had to have surgery to remove most of my large intestine. For a short time, I was supposed to live with an ostomy. An ostomy is where a little piece of your small intestine actually sticks out of your side. You then have a bag to collect waste. I was mortified by this, but I took comfort in knowing that it would only be for a short time. Well, the surgery didn't go as planned, and I ended up having to keep the ostomy and bag permanently. This is where my wife comes into the story. My wife is an amazing human being. She looked at me after all this happened and said, we can do anything together. The notion of we had never really been a part of all this for me. I always looked at this from the perspective of me. I was the one who had to suffer. I was the one who had to go through the surgeries. I was the one who had to live with a bag. When my wife said that, I realized for the first time that it wasn't about me anymore. It was about we. We is a powerful thing. We need support from other people. We need to know that we're loved. We need to know that anything is possible. My wife doubled down on this promise that we can do anything. Along with our dear friend Heather Christensen, they started a charity called Heather's Mission. Heather's Mission is a nonprofit that supports those with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. Heather's Mission is dedicated to finding cures for these people. Most importantly, Heather's Mission raises awareness about these terrible diseases and lets people know that we can do anything if we work together. As part of their work, Heather's Mission has adopted a bear called Ollie the ostomy bear. Ollie is pretty special. Ollie has an ostomy just like me, and Ollie has a bag just like me. Heather's Mission is working to get an Ollie bear in the hands of everyone who's gone through these surgeries. Here's how I'm going to help make that a reality. In February of 2020, I'm going to attempt to run 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. This is called the World Marathon Challenge. I want to take Ollie with me on this adventure. This is where you come in. If you can help me donate 1,000 bears, we can send Ollie around the world. This will help us raise awareness and find a cure for these terrible diseases. I challenge you to go to heathersmission.org to donate a bear today. Let's show people that we are not alone.